don't do that, bitch.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Naturally Mar. Today, you know what we're going to be reviewing. It is BT Presents the Encore Season 1, Episode 7. Alright, so before we start, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you tap that notification bell so you can get instant alerts when I drop a video. Now, we start our day with seeing Misha in the studio and Cinnamon helping Misha work on her vocals as she's recording a track for, I think it's for Go Don't Leave. Misha, girl, you still need quite a bit of work. However, at least you're attempting to work on your vocals. We see Felicia explaining to Fallon about what happened with Cosign. And of course, once she starts doing that, Fallon hypes her up, and they both go downstairs to proceed to cuss out Cosign yet again. And when they reach the studio, Felicia tells Cosign that she doesn't want him working on any of her songs. The only song that he can continue to work on is Go Don't Leave, and that is it. Don't produce any of the other songs. And then her and Fallon go back upstairs. Now, they were trying to, who was it? It was Misha. It was just like, what is going on? Like, what is all of this about? And Cosign was trying to explain his side of the story to Misha. And of course, Keely was, of course, there for all the drama and was trying to get Misha to, to stick up for the girls as well. Misha said she's not taking any sides because she doesn't really know what happened, and she doesn't believe that the twins didn't do any wrongdoing at all. She always knows that they're always up to something. That Pam joins Keely and the twins as they were talking in the kitchen, and she basically sets them straight. She says to Keely, she's tired of her negative crap, the slick comments that she makes, how she talks condescending to people. And Keely was quiet as a mouse, and said that she was hurt. The twins didn't respond either. Like when Pam talks, it's like they all listen and nobody says a word. Now we get the other problem sisters complaining to Cosign in the studio. And then in the middle of them complaining, they start talking about, or Iris starts on Misha about her makeup, which was funny. Even Cosign had to laugh. Like, you guys were talking to me about my situation going on, and then all of a sudden you break down into a makeup tutorial. The next day, the group gets together to talk about the songs because, of course, they have to re-record all of Aubrey's parts and the songs that they're on. So they're going through, I guess, the song list and what she's on, what parts and stuff like that. And in the midst of doing that, Misha asks, if she can have more parts. And then, of course, Iris chimes in like, I only have 3 lines. And Keely does a little bit of a chuckle and was like, okay. And you could see that instantly the twins were annoyed. And once the meeting ends, the twins and Keely were sitting down talking and basically said, what do these girls care about? Do they care about how much parts that they have on the song, or do they care about who sounds better for the song? Or you just expect to have your voice on the song? Really, they want to have verses. They don't just want to be on a chorus or singing the oohs and ahs. But Misha and Irish, your vocals are not there. Just accept it. And Felicia was like, these girls have one more time to complain about not getting a verse. Like, they have one more time. We see a really cute scene between Nivea and Shamari. They're bonding over them having twins, and discuss that. And you can see that, both are missing their children. we get to a scene in the kitchen where Felicia is sitting at the table. She does look upset, but she's just sitting to herself. And Misha comes in the kitchen, was like, "Oh, Felicia, is everything okay? Are you all right? Do you need anything?" And Felicia was just like, "No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm all right." Like, not telling her. And she's like, "If you have a problem, you can come to me. Misha, just leave the girl alone. You're just trying to make the situation worse. She doesn't want to talk to you." After Misha tries to offer her support to Felicia and she doesn't want it, she then goes outside to smoke. Misha, you need to cut out this smoking crap if you're going to try to reboot your singing career. Anywho, so she was there talking to Irish. Both of them are actually smoking. Not surprised. And that's why they don't have good vocals. Like, the smoking is killing them. Anyhow, they're both, Misha's complaining to her about, how Fallon has an attitude, how something is wrong. And Irish is like, what is she upset about now? They spend so much time being upset. If someone has a problem and they don't want to talk about it, you don't know what it is. Just leave it alone. Don't make assumptions about it. The next day, I believe it's the next day, the twins are first to go down into the studio. They see these flowers, and then they realize it's from Cosign, so they just brush it off because they're not impressed. Felicia is really not impressed because she feels that she should have gotten a direct apology from Cosign. It shouldn't be all the ladies. It seems like it was like individual bouquets and things for each lady, and he actually wrote a card because he wants to really he was asking for their permission if he can, apologize to them. But they're not feeling it all. They didn't even read the card. It took Pam to come downstairs and actually see the bouquet and then, read the card. And she feels that it's coming across as genuine. The other ladies appreciate it. The twins, however, and Keely do not. Pam was saying at least he's trying to humble himself by apologizing. So we get to the ladies doing a burn session. Misha, we almost forget that Misha was clean. Misha gets the ladies together. They're going to, burn something that, that they want to let go of. So Keely burns fried chicken. Before you burnt the fried chicken, I think we would have appreciated if you had actually apologized to Notori about your behavior and about actually throwing the KFC at her. And then throw the KFC in the fire to let that whole situation go. Okay, whatever. She burns chicken. And the ladies laugh at that. She didn't really appreciate that much, but the ladies did have a chuckle about the situation. Fallon decides that she wants to burn a letter that she's basically written about her father. She's held a lot of issues with her father, a lot of anger in terms of them actually going broke. He was their manager for their career for Cherish. Pam wants to burn paper that she put lies. I guess she told a lot of lies in her past life, and maybe in her current, she's been known as a liar. And one lie I think about is the past lie that she told about her ex-husband. Anywho, we get to Irish. Irish wants to burn her fear of being in the studio, fear of recording. Misha wants to burn her leg warmers because, she's not known for being a dancer. Misha and Irish, what you should be burning is those damn cigarettes. Now, Felicia decides that she wants to burn a CD in terms of the hold or the control that the record labels had, over them being able to release and record music, right? Shamari wanted to burn a VHS tape that she had of Black footage that they had of, behind the scene footage of their album recording, and it was never released. So she wanted to burn that, let go of it. Now, Nivea's was the most heartfelt, and it made me tear up a little bit. She wanted to burn a rose that she actually wore to her mom's funeral so that she can accept that her mom is really gone. Nivea was very emotional, and she even, stayed by the fire for a bit, just to have her own time of silence, her quiet time behind the fire. Misha and, Pam did come to check up on her, just to let her know that, they're there for her if she needs any support. But, she was really affected by it, but wanted just a little bit of peace because of all the negativity also going on around the house. And you could see that she was still affected by the fact that Aubrey up and left. And she's had her own thoughts about actually leaving. She never thought that that was even an option, that you could leave the house. We then see Keely offer to help the ladies work on the choreo for Girl Don't Leave. So Shamari, Misha, and Irish go down to the dance studio to practice. And as they're practicing, Keely's trying to give them instructions on, the moves, what they're doing wrong. And she realizes that the sisters, and especially Irish, aren't taking direction. She was trying to let them know that, you need to hold up the mic here as you're singing and dancing, or if you're holding it down here, people are going to think that you're lip syncing. So they need to hold the mic up, and Irish really wasn't taking that direction. And they ended the session a little bit early. Keely was saying that, Irish seems to think that she knows everything. And Irish is like, you know what? In her confession, I don't need direction from you, boo. I sold more records than you. I don't know why she always goes back to that she has sold more records. It's not you selling more records that's hindering you. It's your ability to get the job done, to get the vocals done, and to get the dancing done. You need practice, a lot of practice and a lot of work, and you need to be able to take direction. You need to humble yourself. So as they finish, Keely goes down to the studio, and then she, explains her frustration to the twins. Um, was no, Pam wasn't there. It was just to the twins, and Shamari was actually there as she was complaining as well. And they were talking about the situation and how Irish doesn't want to take direction from her. And they're talking about Irish and how the camera's going to pan over to her and pick up all of her mistakes and what she's doing wrong. Now, the sisters are upstairs on the stairs listening to the whole conversation. And they come downstairs, and Misha's is like, you know what? I'm going to close this door. Hi, ladies. I'm going to close this door because we can hear everything that you're saying about us. Now, Irish just walks right up to Keely and was just like, what were you saying? What were you saying about what happened? And Keely was just like, I was, trying to let them know that you didn't want to take direction from me, or didn't appreciate taking direction from me. And she was just like, well, you didn't have anything to say while we were there. So why are you bringing it to them? Like, don't bring it to the twins if you can't say it to my face. Getting Keely all the way together. Now, Fallon and her bright self decides to say, okay, let me help break this down. Let me help explain maybe what Keely means by this whole situation. She's like, we are only as strong as the weakest link. Who told Fallon to say that? Fallon, read the room, girl. Read the room. It's not going to go over well. And it did not go over well. The twins and Nivea were at least harping on the fact that she used the term weakest, basically calling Misha and Irish weak. But it wasn't to bring them down. She was just trying to explain, the group can only be really strong if all members are going to bring up their abilities to meet the standards and to meet what everybody's trying to achieve. If they have a few people in the group that are, not trying to do the work, not trying to work on their vocals, not trying to work on the dancing, you're basically going to be holding the rest of the group back. So it caused a big argument between Misha and the twins, and they're going back and forth. Nivea's trying to hold back Misha from the twins, trying to, get the twins to stop saying, stop, just stop attacking. And at one point, Misha was just like, you know what? Like, how do you think people are going to respond? If you're going to tell me that basically what I'm doing isn't good, like, doesn't feel good. And if someone were to say that to me, I would punch them in their face. And the twins got quiet for a bit when Nivea said that. But Nivea was upfront. She was just like, she can't handle the bickering and all that. She's used to not having to deal with all that. Because, of course, she worked by herself. She was a single recording artist. She wasn't in a group. So she's not used to all that female bickering and all that energy. And she doesn't have a lot of girlfriends to have to go through that. And that's why she doesn't like working in groups, because of all that happens. And it's quite sad to see, because we're going to lose the favorite. We're going to lose my favorite on the show is Nivea. But you could see through this whole episode that Nivea's energy was really not there. It was very low. And she's going through it. And this whole fight didn't help anything. So as they're going back and forth, Misha and Nivea were going up the stairs. And then one of the twins decided to make a comment. Oh, she needs to relax before she pushes up her blood pressure. Then Misha comes back downstairs again. Who are you guys to talk about my blood pressure? Don't talk about my blood pressure. They're going back and forth. And then Nivea's still trying to separate them. Meanwhile, Nivea is separating them. One of the twins, saying, Nivea, you need to get out of my face. And that was it. Nivea had it. Nivea was just like, you know what? I'm done. And goes upstairs. Then they realized maybe they took it a little too far with Nivea. And they need to keep Nivea in the group. So the twins go upstairs to try to apologize to Nivea. And she's basically screaming at them to leave her alone. She's leaving. She doesn't want to talk to anybody. She doesn't want to talk about it. She comes out of the room and she basically says to the camera, I guess the producers were there, to the camera, I told you not to bring up anybody. I don't want to talk. I'm leaving. I'm done. And she starts going down the stairs. Meanwhile, she's going downstairs. Keely was coming up and she's like screaming at Keely, don't walk up on me. Walk up on me. And Keely was just like this in the corner, scared for her life. Keely became that corner. And Nivea just peeled out there. Nivea packed up her stuff, and we see her just getting into SUV and leaving. So we're down 2 more members. Now it's a group of 7 ladies, unfortunately. I'm sad to see Nivea go. I'm hoping that maybe she does come back, because that's another person to take off all those songs. I don't know how these ladies are going to do it. We'll see what happens in the next episode. But I do hope that Nivea does come back, because she was my favorite. She brought, the comedic relief that we needed when things got a little crazy in the house. So hopefully she comes back. Well, that is it for the videos today. Thank you for watching the video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.